You know what it is. We're back again. I'm Mike D.
Brother LT.
And we are
Black and Yerrow. Let's roll. I'm not saying that I'm black or whatever. I know I'm Vietnamese. I love being who I am. But I also understand the other side of it, just due to the fact of where I grew up, and the majority of my friends are black.
Okay, so
I'm one of the ones that actually say, hey, one of my good friends is black, and
it's actually true.
Like, I'm accepted because of the way that I am.
I think you're accepted. I think you're accepted everywhere because of the fact that you are your authentic self.
Yeah, I don't play.
You are your authentic self. And let me ask you this, and I will tell you this. I know a lot of times when we as black folks get on the phone, we have to use what we call our white voice. You know, my story's a little different.
White voice.
Yeah, that's what it's called. You know, I mean, you get on there and, whoa, this is Mike Dixon. How can I help you? You know,
but there's also reverse racism.
Well, no, but
on black on black.
Oh yeah, but hear me on this, and I'm gonna let you get back to it because I still want to hear your story. But a lot of times you get there, and you know that white voice. You know, I was born in Germany. Now my mom and dad are from Louisiana. I was born in Germany. My dad was Air Force, so we traveled all over the world. But I call Louisiana my home. Don't do it because
No. I was going to ask you to tell you can you tell them what Pops told me and the language, because I don't want to say it on camera. Remember that day in the garage? He looked at me. You need to take care of your brother,
nigga. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
but,
can you tell the story?
No, I'm not going to tell the story, not yet. But what I want to say, because it's really important I get on this before we get off track. Okay. So like I said, you know, we use that voice. Let's just call it the voice instead of that other name. But let's call it the voice. And when people come in, they see me, they're like, oh, has that affected you? Or do you change your dialect or your enunciation and pronunciation when you're talking in certain situations?
I don't have that problem.
Okay.
The only problem I have, I'll be honest with you, one of the funniest ones is like, who taught you English?
Okay.
How did you learn to speak English? And wow, you speak really well.
Well, I mean, that's something, you know, that's what we get as well. We get that as well.
No, you don't. I mean, we speak really well is funny to me.
No. I mean, a lot of times, believe me, a lot of times you get there and it's like, oh, wow, we're so surprised. Oh, you're who we talk to? You're Mike? You're Mike Dixon? Or you're the person that we spoke to on the phone? We didn't expect you to look like this, you know, without saying, you know. But I mean, that's the feeling that we get. I grew up in a family where my mom we couldn't use the word ain't. We couldn't use certain words. We had to.
Well, let me interrupt you, right? There's a story I need to tell you about my youngest son, and there's also a story about Mike or Tricky Dicky.
Oh Lord.
So it's a reverse, like within the culture, right? They say he speaks too well to be from to be fully black. How do you feel about that? My other thing is this. My youngest son convinced his school teacher that his parents didn't speak English. They put a translator on the phone. Now, mind you, I'm bilingual. I speak fluent
Way to
Vietnamese.
go, Brandon.
It's Mason.
Oh, that was Mace?
Yeah.
Oh, good job, Mace.
I speak fluent Vietnamese and I speak, of course, English or whatnot. And then the translator gets on. I speak to her in Vietnamese. And I was like, well, why are you talking to me in Vietnamese? What is going on? Are you the teacher? She's like, well, I'm the translator. I said, why do you need to translate for me?
You're saying all that in Vietnamese?
Yes. And she's like, well, they say you don't speak English. I said, put the teacher on the phone.
I thought you were going to say put that fool Mason on the phone.
And so they put the teacher on the phone. I'm speaking to her. She's like, well, sir, your son said that you didn't speak any English. I said, that's what he told you?
That's a smart move, Mason.
And she was like, oh, yeah. But going back to what...
Yeah, as far as
for you, because you're well spoken, because that's from Mama Dixon, from Pops.
Mostly from moms.
But the thing is, like, when you speak well, most hood dudes are like, man, you ain't about that life.
Okay, so
you ain't black.
Well, I mean, see, here's
how does that hit you?
Okay, so but it's just like in any situation, you turn it on, you turn it off. Depends on which situation you're in. You
But
turn
why?
it on, turn it off.
But that's how you speak.
Because certain places that you may not be accepted, they may not accept the way that you speak. So they want to be. If you're in a professional environment, they don't want to hear.
I'm
the
not
slang.
talking about the professional environment. I'm talking about just
When I'm in the hood, I speak like I'm in the hood.
Why?
Because that's who I truly am. However, in a professional atmosphere, in a professional environment, you're expected to act and
But
speak
is that not
way.
the question though? It's like you are who you are, but does it matter where you're at?
Yes, it does. It depends on.
So do you think you will get jumped if you in the
it,
hood and you don't talk it?
No, no.
But it doesn't personify that.
No, because
kind of,
like a perfect example.
But I mean, let's get the reality right. I'm more hood than you.
Okay, hold up. Let's
I'm more hood than most
back
people.
it up. Let's back it up. When I was living in southwest side of Houston, southwest side,
That's right.
off of Bissonnette,
That's
Wood
right.
Fair, we know what goes on Wood Fair.
Club Creek.
If you don't know what goes on in Wood Fair, Club Creek, that area, check it out. You'll know. When I was there, damn near everybody there was hood. I'm talking about straight hood.
I know where Creek is. I know where
Now,
Club Creek is.
I could speak any way that I wanted to. Sometimes I would speak to them and I would speak hood, and some other times, and it's like I'm speaking a
What
different
is
language.
speaking hood though?
I like speaking a different language. Well, I mean, it allows you to go ahead and relax on your pronunciation, on your enunciations. It allows you to go ahead and replace adjectives, adverbs, verbs, nouns, you name it, with motherfucker, because it fits everything.
I love that word. I'm
It's
not gonna
my
lie to
favorite
you,
word.
because I can use it in every context.
Exactly. Like I said, verb, adjective, you name it. So, I mean, but you can't do that in a professional setting. If I'm convincing somebody to spend $130,000
Well, no, that's not what we're
on
talking
something,
about. But
they don't want to hear
whoa.
this motherfucker is tight over here. You want to spend some money on this motherfucker.
Well, no, but
Motherfucker, you got your
of
goddamn
course.
mind if you don't spend
But
this motherfucker on this
professionally,
motherfucker.
nobody wants to hear it. What I'm
Exactly.
saying, on a natural, everyday language, you don't speak like that.
Sure, yeah, actually,
I've
I
been
do.
with you for 12 years.
Actually, I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No,
Stop.
no. I speak less. At least I speak less professional
Okay, so
when we are here at the house
so
than what we were. Than what we are.
Can we agree that I'm more hood than you?
Yeah, you way more hood than me.
I'm way more hood than most people.
You hood. Yeah, bro. I get scared at night when you sleep at my house.
So
I like my bedroom door when you sleep at my house.
Hell, I got to lock my own bedroom door for myself. But what I'm saying is, whatever the description
So would you say
is,
so would you say that's a product of the environment?
it's a product of my environment,
And
not yours.
But
you grew up in Germany.
But wait, in the same sense, I didn't grow up in Germany. I was born in Germany.
Yeah, you grew up in Utah. I'm sorry, you grew up
I
in
didn't
Utah.
grow up in Utah.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Louisiana,
Alec?
in Alexandria, Louisiana. That's
What
where I grew
age?
up.
What age?
From, I think I was there by age seven through graduation until I went to
But
the
is
Army.
there anything wrong with growing in suburbia America?
No, but I'm not. What I'm saying.
But why adapt that?
Because when I went to school,
Why adapt the hood mentality?
what is it about a mentality? You didn't say anything about a mentality.
Well, you say that you switch over, you change.
Depends on what environment you're in. Just in the same instance, if you go to the pool hall, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna speak with the language in the pool hall. But when you go into the boardroom, you're gonna speak the language that's in the boardroom. You ain't gonna get there and say, "Hey, cuz, listen, cuz,
Well, you adapt to a certain scenario.
is it not the same? Or are we not arguing
No.
the same thing?" Yeah, we sure we are.
But the aggressive nature is still the same.
You ain't gonna say, "Hey, cuz, listen, cuz, listen here, cuz, you gonna buy this
Yeah,
here."
but you don't talk like that.
I'm saying you more hood than me. You the one to talk
I
about
don't even
hood.
talk like that. I don't talk, hey, cuz, I don't talk like that.
Dog.
I'm talking about-
sorry, dog. He said dog.
No, I'm talking about it's an attitude. I don't
It's
think
the
that,
same.
I think
My-
that most people think that because it's this cultural, oh yeah, I'm from the hood, I gotta, no.
I never
It ain't-
claimed.
it ain't-
But
it ain't-
here's the
but
thing.
what
I never claimed to be from the hood.
So why change?
I don't-
There's a lot of people out there that want to be that way, right? Would you agree?
A lot of
There's
people want
There's
to
a
be
lot of
hood.
people that watch TV and they personify this whole crazy ass lifestyle. And my whole thing is, because the way I grew up, it became a survival, it became an attitude, it became an aura
just
of
in
life.
the same instance, Just like all of us, we get there and we'll sit there and talk and we'll say, when we're amongst each other, we talk a certain way and we live a certain way, we hang out a certain way and we drink a certain thing and so forth and so on. When we go into an professional environment, we switch, we do change that up.
But your core is still your core. My core is still my core. But your core is a suburban kid.
No, my core is not.
Why? But why deny that?
My core is not a suburban kid.
Why?
It's a mix. It's a country kid. It's a suburban kid. It's a city kid. It's everything else. It's all mixed up.
So it's a mix.
Yes. And I would venture to say that I'm probably more a chameleon than anything else.
Okay, but for me, I just feel like hood is just I don't know.
Okay, so would you agree with this? That we use the term hood very loosely?
Yes.
So when we say, yeah, I'm speaking hood, I don't think I'm necessarily
I don't think I necessarily
speak hood. I don't think I speak hood.
I think that where you come from and your environment gives you a mindset, regardless, because I'm accepted, right? I'm accepted by my friends.
But again, even that aggressive nature that you stated earlier, like you still got the aggressive nature. You still tone that down in certain ways depending on the environment that you're in.
Well, I mean, because you don't want to scare people. But
So
my
again-
base
so
nature.
again-
But my base nature.
But you tone. You may not turn it off, but you turn it down. You tone it down.
Yeah, but my base
So
nature.
it's the same
but I
thing.
don't change in the way I act. In that manner. Does
But
that
it's the
make
same.
sense?
But it's the same thing.
How?
Let me ask you this: would you go in third ward with that watch on?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah. But the question is, you're asking me if I will walk down
Let
the
me
street.
ask you this: would you be carrying something?
Yes.
Would you carry? Now,
Well,
wearing that same watch.
no.
Wearing that same watch in the boardroom. Would you be carrying something?
No, here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
No. What you're saying?
You turn it down.
No. What I'm saying, if I lived in the hood, if I still live in the wards, would I walk around with what I had? Yeah, because I know that I know.
At that point, they know who you are. You know who they
That's
are.
right.
You know what to watch
But
out
it's
for.
the same thing as
so
in the boardroom.
no.
It's the same thing.
No.
It's
'Cause you ain't
because
fit-
they know who you are.
But you ain't finna get jacked in the boardroom.
What makes you get jacked in the hood?
Sometimes people feel like they can test you.
Everybody's testing you.
Sometimes they
Robbing you, robbing
sometimes-
is one way or the other. It's
one
just
way
a
or the other,
description.
but sometimes they can test you on a physical level.
So if you lost your whole company that's worth $1 million, you ain't getting robbed?
You're not. That's not up to stake for you.
What do you mean?
It's not up to stake for you when you go into the boardroom.
If you go somewhere and somebody did you wrong and steal your money, if they rob you, they rob you. Violently getting robbed or educationally getting robbed is getting robbed. Or maybe I'm crazy in it.
What I'm saying is that based on the environments that we're in, and this is across the board, not just across all ethnicities, we tend to turn things off and turn things on depending on the environment that we're in, where we're comfortable. Where we're comfortable, we tend to speak and act the way we feel most comfortable. When we're in situations where there's a mixed crowd, so to speak, we tend to go ahead and tone things down or turn around.